Welcome back to 50 States,
50 plates,
where we explore America one plate at a time. Each week we choose a different state and we make a famous regional dish from that state. So it's kind of like you're traveling the country, tasting all the food, but you never leave your kitchen. Last week we had Virginia, and Virginia was an interesting one. We did Brunswick stew. We had to debate whether Virginia was Southern, and we had to debate whether Brunswick stew originated in Virginia or was it Georgia. But many of you sent in pictures from Virginia, so I will share those at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. And if you have pictures from this week, and this week we're in Arkansas, be sure to email me those. Just send it to mystate@mandyinthemaking.com. We chose Arkansas, and there were some interesting things that we could choose for Arkansas. First of all, fried catfish, which Stephen was very excited about. But, disclaimer, my husband is injured currently, which is why he's not filming this at this exact time. He's on crutches. He hurt his leg. He was doing some training for a half marathon and he hurt his leg. So he's really struggling. So I kind of needed an extra set of hands to be able to deep fry something like the fried catfish. So we kind of nixed that one. But never fear, because so many of y'all told me that I needed to make biscuits and gravy, but not just biscuits and gravy. No, we're doing biscuits and chocolate gravy. Apparently that is very popular in Arkansas. And then we're also going to make a version of a possum pie. Not gonna lie, I got scared when I heard possum pie for Arkansas. I thought we were gonna need a possum. Speaking of old hop along.
Hey there. How's it going?
We're asking you that question, sir.
It's going.
Okay, I'm gonna get you a mic. Are you coming in here with me?
Yeah, I thought I'd help you film.
Okay. So we've got two recipes. Both of them involve chocolate, which means I'm a happy girl, so let's get started. So we're gonna get started. We gotta make the biscuits first. I do need to preheat my oven to 450. And this recipe for biscuits, I got from a YouTuber. Her channel is called Old World Home. She made this video years and years ago. It's 5 ingredient biscuits. They come out so fluffy. So I thought we would make that. So I've got her video pulled up right here, and in her description box is the recipe. We're just gonna follow that. So I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm gonna add that to a bowl. I've got a brand new thing of baking powder. So we need 1 tablespoon of baking powder. We need a half a teaspoon of salt. And we're just gonna combine all of that together before we add our wet ingredients. So I've got 5 tablespoons of butter here. I need to cut it up into small pieces. And we're just gonna incorporate it using our hands. I don't have a stand mixer anymore because I'm not a baker. And I never used mine when I had it. So I'm just gonna cut this up. It's very cold. And then I'm gonna start adding it in. And I'm just gonna start mixing it and kind of mashing it with my hands. So now that I've pretty much incorporated all of that butter in here, I'm gonna add in 2/3 a cup of milk, and we're just gonna stir that around. And then if I need to add more milk, if it's like too crumbly, I can. I'm gonna add just a little more milk, maybe another tablespoon. Okay, since I got it mostly done, I'm gonna use my hands now. Okay, that feels pretty good. It's not too wet, but it's also not too dry. So now I'm just gonna flour my surface, and then we're going to kind of fold out the dough and knead it a little bit. And this is gonna make about 6 large biscuits. You could always do a little bit thinner if you wanted to, but I'm gonna try and get about 6 biscuits out of this. No, I think I'm just getting 5.
Look, I'll eat that wimpy one.
We'll make a little wimpy one.
A dough ball.
Bless his little heart.
It's like the size of the Chick-fil-A mini biscuits or whatever they're called.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got those. Let me grab a baking sheet and we'll put them on there. These are gonna bake at 450 for about 12 minutes or so. We'll just keep an eye on them. Now we're gonna make the chocolate gravy. I am not making the full recipe that I found because we don't need that much. So I'll leave the original recipe below. We need some sugar, almost a half a cup. So chocolate gravy, where in the world did that come from? Chocolate gravy is pretty well known all over Arkansas. However, it is most popular in the Ozark Mountain area of Arkansas and Missouri. And its origins are a bit of a mystery, but historians, especially food historians, tend to think that it goes back to the time when that area was a Spanish territory, and so it has more of a Mexican chocolate influence, and so that's where they think this came from. I don't think anybody truly knows who came up with it.
They're sitting around and they said, look, let's make some biscuits. Honey, we ain't got nothing to put on them.
Well, why don't you go put some of that chocolate on them? I bet that'd be good. And that's how it got started.
Now I'm gonna add in about 1/8 of a cup of cocoa. That's probably about right. We're just gonna kind of eyeball it. And then I need 1.5 tablespoons of flour. Let's whisk that together. We wanna make sure we get all the lumps out if we can. The cocoa is in the air and I'm breathing it in. I've got a cup of milk gonna go in and we're gonna whisk that. All right, let's pour this into a saucepan. Oh yeah, that is more than enough chocolate gravy for us. So let's just add this here to our stovetop. We're gonna put it on medium heat and we're just gonna kind of babysit it. It's gonna take 7 to 10 minutes once it warms up to do its thing, but we want it to kind of thicken like a little gravy. As our gravy is getting started, our biscuits just finished, and oh my goodness,
Look at them
those.
cat heads.
You sound like my granddaddy. I was making biscuits with my grandmother one time and he said it looked like a cat head. Yeah, look at those. Look at the layers.
Man.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. Okay, so we're gonna let those just cool while we kind of work with this gravy over here. Arkansas produces a lot of rice every single year. 9 billion pounds of rice every single year. And it says that if you were to put that rice in a line, it would make it all the way to the moon.
I like that biscuit. Man, them biscuits look good.
Yeah, they do. And we about to break them open and put some chocolate all over them. Say less. Ooh, it is starting to thicken. It's not gonna get super thick, but you don't want it to. It's almost done. And we have a couple more ingredients to add to it once it comes off the heat. Okay, to that, we're gonna add 1/2 tablespoon of butter and some vanilla.
Look at that.
Y'all eat this for breakfast in Arkansas? Look,
What?
I knew I liked Arkansas. Oh my goodness.
All right, here we go. Biscuit and chocolate gravy.
Look,
Okay.
I knew I liked Arkansas.
It's like that soft, buttery texture of the biscuit with the milk chocolate. A little sweet and salty.
It looks like brown gravy. And it's so funny that it's chocolate.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Okay, it's my turn.
I mean,
Y'all,
I don't think anybody can.
not like
Not
that.
like that.
I mean, unless you don't like chocolate.
I'm not the biggest chocolate fan, but that's pretty good. I wish it had a little pop of, like a little tart to go with it.
But here's what I like. I like that it's not overly sweet. It's not
That's
like...
true. Right, it's not.
It's really well balanced. Why is this not popular everywhere?
Right.
We about to make it popular everywhere. Are y'all gonna make this, right?
Better.
Now, many of you told me that I could make like a queso or a cheese dip, and Little Rock, Arkansas is, well, they claim to be, I don't know if they truly are, the birthplace of cheese dip. And it was invented at a place called Mexico Chiquito. I may be saying that wrong. I'm gonna put it here on the screen. Back in 1935. It is time to make possum pie, and let me be just very transparent with you. I am filming this on Tuesday, May 12th, AKA the same day this video goes live. We are running behind on our filming schedule because we had people in our house all week last week. If you missed that from the Aldi video, we had contractors working in our bedroom and in our dining room. Everything's done now, but I'm behind on filming because I couldn't film last week. So I'm going to try and hurry and film this and edit it and try and get it up this afternoon. Go me. The next thing we're making is possum pie. And I have to tell you, when I saw everyone saying, oh, you need to make possum pie for Arkansas, I was like, no. Because you hear possum, you think there's possum meat in it. And it was a hard pass from me. So why is it called possum pie? Well, the pie is playing possum. Basically, it is hiding that rich chocolate layer underneath that white layer of whipped cream. So you just look at it, it doesn't look special. But then when you cut into it, it's played possum and it tricked you. And it's actually something very decadent. Now look here, because we are short on time. It is literally 9:40 in the morning. This video is supposed to go up at 1 o'clock. Don't know that it will. I'm not making the crust. Apparently the original one has a pecan shortbread crust. We're just going with a shortbread crust. I've also seen people use just graham cracker, but my grocery store did have the shortbread, so we're going that route. All right, to get started, I've got 6 ounces of softened cream cheese, and I need 3/4 of a cup of confectioner's sugar. You know, I never call it confectioner's sugar. I always just call it powdered sugar, but you know, same thing. Now we're just gonna beat this together until it's smooth. Now we're just gonna spread this mixture into a 9-inch pie crust, and again, mine is shortbread. You could use graham cracker if you want to. Oh, I'm breaking the crust. Shocker. I grabbed a smaller little spatula thingy. It's also kind of known as the diamond state because it is the only state that has an active diamond mine that you can pay money to go in and dig around, and you get to keep whatever you find. So if you find a big old diamond, it's yours. I just broke that crust all to pieces. That's great, Mandy. Good job. Okay, we're gonna call that good. And I'm gonna lick the spatula. I'll be back. Now, I've got some chopped pecans going on top of this. They're not chopped really well. Some of them are like halves. But anyway, we're sprinkling the pecans over top of it. Now, the recipe I have says to mix chocolate instant pudding along with vanilla, but you don't mix the whole box. So I'm just gonna use 1 box of chocolate pudding. Again, I'm in a time crunch, but I'm gonna leave the original recipe below so you can make it exactly like it says to. Now in a different bowl, we're gonna make our pudding layer. So I'm gonna do our chocolate pudding mix. This is the instant, make sure you have that. And then we're gonna add in 2 cups of milk. Here's 1 cup and 2 cups. And then we're supposed to beat this, but I have made instant pudding a gazillion times and I can just whisk it. It'll be fine. I just have to whisk it for a couple of minutes just like I would beat it. So it's fine, we're gonna do that. That way I don't have to clean my beaters because they look like this. I'm in a hurry. And if it's gonna take about the same amount of time to hand do it as it is with an electric mixer, we're just gonna do it by hand. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes and it's pretty thick now. I don't know if you can tell, but we're good to go. So let's spoon this over here. I say spoon it, we're gonna whisk it on top. And I may not use the whole amount. Let's try that first. And kind of just spread it out. Yeah, I think that's good. I'll just eat the other part. It won't go to waste. Chocolate lover over here will eat it, don't you worry. Okay, we need to cover this. It's supposed to sit in the refrigerator for at least a couple of hours. I don't really have that amount of time, but we're gonna let it sit in there for a while I go edit this video. And then I will come and grab it and we'll finish it up. There's obviously more that goes on top of it, but we've gotta let this set up for a bit, so. Into the fridge it goes. Arkansas has a law on the books regarding the state name. I'm gonna give you 3 choices as to what you think this law is, and then I'll come back later and tell you. Is it illegal to misspell it, illegal to mispronounce it, or illegal to say it 3 times or more in a row?
You all right?
It's just silly. You can't say it 3 times in a row. All right, I'll tell you the answer when we come back. Whew, y'all, I've been editing for quite some time. And now it's time to finish up this pie so that I can edit this into the video. So you could make your own whipped cream. Again, I'm really pushed for time here, so I'm using the help of Food Lion whipped topping. We're just gonna put this all over the top, and then we're gonna top it with one more thing. All right, last thing is to just top it with some pecan halves, and you're supposed to make it pretty. That one ain't pretty. So I'm gonna try and make this pretty real quick. Ta-da! There you have it. That is possum pie because it doesn't look like much, but I have a feeling it's gonna look beautiful when we cut into it.
It doesn't smell like possum.
That's a good thing.
It looks really good.
It smells good, don't it?
Wow. That is delicious.
Yay.
That chocolate
Yeah.
with the whipped cream and pecan.
There's a cream cheese layer down at the bottom too. Can you tell that?
Yeah, there's something in there that's a little tart.
Did you say pecan?
Pecan.
Oh gosh, here we go.
You want a pecan?
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad you like it.
That is delicious.
Yay.
It's cold too. I love that. Yeah, this is really good. And it's not super rich.
The thing about it is when both of us heard possum pie, we were like, what?
It is light and fluffy.
Okay, well, good. Y'all
I
see he's
love
got
that.
his crutches over here. He's still on the struggle bus, but
Yeah.
he's making it.
Tiny Tim.
All right, you enjoy that. Okay, so I took his to him in his office so he wouldn't have to hobble in here, you know? But I am so excited. Look at that. All those layers in there. Oh, man. Ooh. Arkansas. Let me tell you, y'all have been one of my favorite states. Oh my goodness, that is delicious. I'm glad I went with the shortbread crust and not the graham cracker. All those little pecan pieces in there. Y'all, if you aren't from Arkansas, tell your family that y'all are having possum pie for dessert and watch them squirm. They will be so happy that you made it though, for sure. So going back to our trivia question, I'm still giggling. Okay, you had 3 choices. Is it illegal to misspell it, mispronounce it, or say it 3 times in a row? We're gonna go ahead and nix that 3 times in a row thing because that's just silly. That's not the law. The law says that it is illegal to mispronounce it. The only acceptable way to pronounce it is Arkansas. So you know last week when I drew it out and I said it's called Arkansas, I'm guessing they could handcuff me for that because you're not supposed to say that. I don't know, maybe it's only if you're in the state you can't pronounce it that way. I don't know. I'm guessing they don't police that real hard, but I just thought it was interesting.
I think it would be kind of cool to have it be illegal to say it 3 times in a row. Arkansas, Arkansas, Arkansas. You're going to jail. All right, it's that time.
All right, so we're on what episode? This is 16. So
Yes.
we're making our way, but we need to choose another state. I think it's going to be one of the Dakotas.
I'm going with Pennsylvania.
Okay, so
Actually, let me change that to California.
you think it's California?
Yes, California, here we come.
Okay. Said California is the place you ought to be. So we loaded up the truck and he moved to Beverly. Okay, sorry. Ready?
All right, let's go. We're going to Wyoming. All right.
Wyoming. I thought we'd already been there. We hadn't been there. We went to Montana.
That's right.
So I'm thinking bison again. I'm thinking
I mean, they might make cactus biscuits out yonder. I don't know.
cactus biscuits
I
in
don't know.
Wyoming. I don't know, but we're going to find out because we got to do our research. But if you're from Wyoming or if you know what's popular there, let us know in the comments below. Okay, while I pick out the color to color look, I about got arrested because I almost said it wrong. Arkansas. I'm going to show you the pictures from Virginia. So for Arkansas, we're going with brown since we had chocolate gravy. They talk about catfish there, fried catfish. So we're going with brown for Arkansas. All right. Arkansas, chocolate gravy, baby.
Yep, that was delicious.
Okay, we're going from Arkansas all the way back over to Wyoming. So we'll see you next week for Wyoming. I have no clue what we'll be making, but we'll see you then. Bye, y'all.